All right, chat, Bigfoot here. I've got my RL20 Series 2 tribute bike that I'm building. So I'm gonna take you through all the parts and pieces as I'm putting it together. This is not intended to be a show quality, award-winning bike. This is supposed to be a bike that, from 50 feet away looks like an old school Redline RL20 Series 2 in the hazard yellow. But it's also a bike I can ride. Now, it's not actually a Redline even. This is, I think, a 2019, 17 or 19, I don't remember, Haro shredder. Now, why am I using a Haro shredder? Because that's what I have. I can't afford, thousands of dollars to get an actual old school RL22 frame. Nor could I, justify spending $1,500 on one of the casting packages. And I'm sure the new Redline vintage RL40 project that's coming out is going to be way too much for me to justify the cost. And I've already got my Lineage Haro Master that I've got decked out in 1988 graphics. So that's where I spent my money, on the Lineage stuff. So now I'm just making it up, but it's going to look cool. So we're going to dive right in here. And this is a one-take deal. So what I've got here is I got my sticker pack, the Redline RL22 sticker pack for a hazard yellow frame. I got some high pressure Kenda tires that look period correct. Again, I'm not trying to be a show bike. So I've got the frame and fork here. As I said, it's a Haro shredder. Had tons of video of me stripping it down and sanding it and painting it. But I don't have time to edit stuff. So I'm doing this in one take, and I'm gonna post it like this, like I was doing a live video. I took the stem and painted it as close to purple as I could. You can see here, I've got tons of online reference pictures, but get out of the shadow here. This is the look we're going for. 1988 RL20 Series 2 that R.L. Osborn rode for the movie RAD. It's the bike in the movie poster. This is what we're going for. So I got as close as I could with the purple available at Lowe's. And I'll show you here what I got. I got Krylon Gloss Rich Plum. All right, that's the purple I used. The yellow I used was Rust-Oleum Gloss Marigold. So those are the colors. I put some clear coat on it. I used a black primer. Now for the chrome parts, I painted the chrome parts with Rust-Oleum metallic finish. It's rich, shiny finish, fast drying, and the cap looks very chromish, but it doesn't come out very chromish. And I tried several other methods, which I did a video of that I'm never going to edit and put on here. But there's Revel, the model making company. They have some stuff called chrome spray, and it looks amazing. However, it's a soft finish. If you touch it, it leaves fingerprints, so it's no good. So what I did find is this. This is chrome vinyl wrap that I got for $10 for this sheet, which I've used some of it off of Amazon. So, and if you look, All right, my camera shut off on me because I walked away. So I have to figure out how to cancel that tracking thing. Anyway, so what I got to do is I'm just going to wrap a piece of paper around and mark it where it meets, and then I can fold it in half and get the center line so that I can line up my sticker on my cutting board here so I can see where halfway is. Over here. Let's get that out of the way. I can line it up halfway and then figure out the edges that I need to trim. So they're going to be right there, right there. Yep, and that tracks. So here I go. I'm going to cut this sticker squarely with my cutting board here. Same thing with the other edge. Align my mark up down here. All right. And now that can go on here. So what I want to do is I want to wipe that off with a clean something. Now I've been very careful not to really handle the frame since I painted it. So it shouldn't really have any grease or anything on it, but I'm going to give it a wipe to make sure. Now another thing I want to show you is that one of the things I noticed on the old school RL20iis, and you can kind of see it in the picture here if it's focusing, but the sticker runs behind the chain wheel here. Well, I want to see the whole sticker outside of that. So I'm going to check it with the chain wheel that's going to go on here. And it's a little bit different gearing. I've got a 39-14, and that's just because the 14-tooth freewheel is what I had on the bike, because I had different gears when I used to race. I had a trail / race bike. It was a standard 125R. It wasn't an R, it was a 125 with U-brakes on it. I used it for trails and racing. So I had a different gear on it, 180 millimeter cranks, but 48 spoked wheels, yada, yada, yada. So, just so I kind of know about where I'm going here. Just right about there. So, let's take my pencil. Let's do that again. And that'll erase off. Now comes the tricky part. So we'll see if I can do this without screwing it up. All right, I want to get the red line on there. A little straighter. The black makes it kind of hard to tell if it's straight. But we're pretty close, so we're gonna go with it. Pressing it on, get all the way underneath, and then all right, let's flip it around. Other side. Yeah. Sorry, I'm being hailed. Gotta go. Focus. Focus. All right, so much for one take. I had to go keep the kitchen from burning down. Anyway, let's see. And I lost my paper towel, but you can see here, got that sticker on. Make sure it's pressed on nice and good. Almost perfect lineup on the bottom. Yeah, because you can see a little gap, just a little bit of a gap, a little bit of an overlap up here. So that'll work for what we're doing. And that's the start. I tell you what, while we're at it, we'll go ahead and put the head tube sticker on. And that'll be it for today's episode. So, head tube sticker. Again, wipe it off just to make sure. There we go. And oh wow. Let's see, make sure I'm on the front. Oh yeah. Check that out. All right. Let's get in close for a look there. All right. There it is. Very nice. All right. That's all for tonight. Next time, we'll put the rest of the stickers on and then we'll start putting this thing together. Thanks for watching.